Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 midday. Right now you're taking a look at some pretty thin wispy clouds to the east of the Cascades and Klamath Falls. This view coming courtesy of the Sky Lakes Medical Center. We're going to see the clouds clearing up a bit as we head later and later into the day. So right now temperatures are already feeling pretty nice really across the map. We're either in the 50s, 60s, or 70s, just kind of depending on your microclimate. Already up to 71 in Brookings because of those northeasterly winds associated with the Checo effect. So for today for the Rogue Valley, yeah, I went with a light jacket for this morning, but it's all t-shirt weather for the rest of today, as we're going to end up being about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. That's going to place us in the middle to upper 70s to the east of the Cascades. We'll be in the 80s for west side valleys and in 60s and 70s along the coast in Curry County. Winds today will cool us off a bit, just like with yesterday, as they'll gust out of the north and northwest upwards of 20 to 35 miles per hour, with some of the fastest wind gusts being along the coastline. And then for tonight, the winds will calm down for inland areas, but along the coast they could still gust upwards of 20 to 25 miles per hour. That's also where we could have some peskier cloud coverage, but for inland spots we'll have clear skies, and overnight lows will be pretty mild once again, as we'll be in the low 40s to the east of the Cascades, near 50 for our west side valleys, and middle 50s along the coast in Curry County. We'll be even hotter for Wednesday and Thursday, right around 90 degrees for the Rogue Valley, which is very hot for this time of the year. A bit cooler for Friday, but by Thursday we'll be about 15 to 20 degrees above average for the middle of May, and then after that we go on a downward slide and we'll be back around 75 degrees come time for Monday, which is pretty seasonal, so a nice change of pace. But unfortunately, with the cooler weather, we don't have wetter weather, as we're going to keep things pretty dry over this next week, and that means that fire weather impacts at the very least will be limited for Thursday and Friday. Now the cooler weather is going to save us for this weekend, but still we're watching these 2 days very closely, and I'll dive further into some of those fire fuel specifics and some of that data and those metrics coming up a little bit later in the show. So here is a 7-day forecast for the coast. A bit of the Checo effect for today and tomorrow, just given the winds coming out of the north and northeast. So Brookings will be a little bit warmer, but then the Checo effect should back off for Thursday, Friday, and beyond. Then for Siskiyou County, near 90 degrees for the Shasta Valley on Thursday, a little bit closer to 95 or 100 for the Klamath River Valley, but then much more seasonal for this weekend. And it's going to be the exact same cycle for the basin. Near 85 for Thursday, but back to around sunny and 75, much more seasonal values for Saturday and Sunday. For the Cascades, still a lot of melting snow over this next week, so we'll see how the snowpack levels and the reservoir levels adjust to that. And then for the Rogue Valley, near 90 for Thursday, but back down to my favorite stuff, sunny and 75 for Monday.